Have you ever walked through your home and felt just tired? Not from the mess itself, but from everything the mess represents. All the small decisions you haven't made yet, all the things you'll need to sort through later, all those surfaces quietly asking for your attention. I understand that feeling deeply. What I've learned over the years is this: feeling in control again doesn't mean cleaning everything perfectly. It means finding one small reset that changes how the space breathes, one shift that clears your mind more than your counters. This video is about those resets, the kind that don't demand your last bit of energy, the kind that work with your rhythms, not against them. Because the truth is, we don't need dramatic transformations. We need gentle changes that actually stay. If you've been feeling like your home is slipping away from you, or if you're just tired of managing so many small details, stay with me. What I'm going to share are the quiet habits that gave me back a sense of ease, not perfection, just ease. Let's walk through this together. Tip 1. Clear one surface, completely before bed. The reset that changed everything for me was this: one completely clear surface every evening. Not the whole kitchen, not every table, just one place where nothing sits overnight. It might be the kitchen counter beside the stove, the dining table, the small table in the hallway, whichever surface you see first in the morning. Here's why this works. When you wake up and see one clear space, your mind registers calm before it registers anything else. That empty surface becomes visual permission to breathe. I started with my kitchen counter. Every night before bed, I'd spend maybe 3 minutes putting away anything that had landed there during the day. Mail went into a basket, coffee mugs went into the dishwasher. The cutting board went back in its spot. Nothing elaborate, just clearing. Within a week, I noticed something. My mornings felt softer. I wasn't starting the day already behind. That one clear space made the whole kitchen feel more open, even when other areas were still lived in and imperfect. The key is consistency, not size. A small clear table matters more than a sometimes clear counter. Your mind learns to trust that this one place will always be peaceful. Choose one surface tonight. Clear it completely. Notice how tomorrow morning feels. Tip 2. Keep only what you use. This season, one reason homes feel heavy is because they're holding too many possibilities. Clothes for every weather, dishes for every occasion, equipment for hobbies we might return to someday. But here's what I've noticed. The less we have in view, the more control we feel. This doesn't mean throwing everything away. It means rotating, keeping present only what serves your life right now, this season. I started in my closet. In winter, I put away my summer clothes completely. Not in the back of the closet where I could still see them, actually away, in boxes under the bed or on a high shelf. Suddenly, getting dressed became easier. I wasn't sorting through shorts in February. My closet held only what made sense for the weather I was actually living in. The same idea works in the kitchen. If you don't make soup in summer, store the big pot. If you don't need serving platters until holidays, put them away. Keep your everyday dishes within reach and let the rest elsewhere. This creates such relief. You're not deciding what to ignore every time you open a cabinet. You're simply working with what belongs to right now. When the season changes, you swap. It takes maybe 30 minutes twice a year, but the daily ease it creates is worth so much more. If this video is helping you so far, take a quiet moment to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And tell me in the comments where you are watching from. I truly enjoy reading where this message is reaching. Your comment helps this calm community grow. Tip 3. Give mail and papers one landing spot. Mail and papers are quiet chaos. They arrive daily. They pile up on counters, tables, chairs. Each piece represents a small decision you haven't made yet. The reset that helped me was simple. One landing spot, one basket, one tray, one drawer. That's where every piece of paper goes the moment it enters the house. Not sorted, not dealt with immediately, just contained. I keep a flat basket near my front door. Mail goes there, receipts go there, notes from appointments go there, Nothing sits loose on surfaces anymore. Once a week, I sort through the basket. It takes maybe 10 minutes. I handle each paper once, recycle it, file it, or deal with it right then. But here's the important part. Between those weekly sorts, I don't think about the papers. They're not spread across my kitchen. They're not creating visual noise. They're just waiting quietly in one place. This shift removed so much background stress. I stopped losing important documents. I stopped feeling guilty about papers I hadn't dealt with yet. If papers have been accumulating in your home, find one container today, just one. Put all the loose papers in it. Notice how much lighter the room feels. Tip 4. Return 5 things to their place. Each evening, this one is so small it almost sounds silly, but it's made a profound difference in how my home feels. Every evening before settling down for the night, I return 5 things to where they actually belong. The reading glasses that migrated to the kitchen table, the sweater draped over the chair, the book sitting on the windowsill, the cup from this afternoon, the remote that somehow ended up on the dining table. Just 5 things. It takes less than 2 minutes, but those 5 things change the entire feeling of the space. When I wake up the next morning, the living room doesn't look abandoned. It looks tended, cared for. This habit works because it's so undramatic. You're not cleaning the whole house. You're not reorganizing anything. You're just closing the loop on a few items before day becomes night. Over time, this creates a beautiful rhythm. Things don't pile up the way they used to. Each day resets just a little, and that little reset compounds into a home that breathes easier. Some evenings I return exactly 5 things. Some evenings I see 6 or 7 and put those away too. But 5 is the promise I keep with myself. No matter how tired I am, 5 things find their way home. Try it tonight. 5 things. Notice how tomorrow feels. Tip 5. Use trays to create visual. Calm. Here's something I learned late but wish I'd known earlier. Trays make everything feel more intentional. When items sit directly on a counter or table, they look scattered. But when those same items sit on a tray, they look curated, chosen, calm. I started using trays in my kitchen. My olive oil, salt grinder, and the small plant by the stove all sit on a wooden tray now. Instead of 3 separate things to wipe around, I have one contained group. The same idea works on bathroom counters. Your soap, lotion, and hand cream can sit on a small tray. Suddenly they're not clutter, they're a collection. On a bedside table, a tray holds your lamp, book, and water glass. Everything stays in its small territory. The table doesn't become a landing zone for random items. This is such a gentle shift. You're not getting rid of anything. You're just giving things a frame. And that frame tells your eye where to rest. If your surfaces feel chaotic, you don't need to remove everything. Sometimes you just need to gather things together. 1 tray on your kitchen counter, 1 tray in your bathroom. Notice how containment creates peace. Tip 6. Let go of duplicates. You're keeping, just in case. We hold on to duplicates for safety. An extra can opener in case one breaks, a second set of measuring cups in case we lose one, 3 wooden spoons because we might need them all someday. But duplicates take up space in our cabinets and in our minds. The reset here is small but powerful. Keep your favorite of each item. Let the backups go. If you have 3 spatulas, keep the one that feels best in your hand. If you have 5 coffee mugs but only drink from 2, let the others find a new home. This isn't about creating scarcity. It's about creating clarity. When I cleared my kitchen of duplicates, something shifted. Opening drawers became easier. Finding what I needed happened faster. There was room to breathe between the items that remained. I kept thinking I might regret letting go of backups, but honestly, I never have. The space they freed up has been more valuable than the security they offered. Walk through one room today. Look for duplicates. Keep your favorite. Release the rest. Notice how your drawers and cabinets breathe deeper. Tip 7. Create a 10-minute morning reset ritual. The last habit that changed everything was creating a small morning reset. Not a cleaning routine, a reset ritual. 10 minutes where I walk through my home and set it right before the day unfolds. It happens after breakfast, before anything else demands my attention. I walk through each room and do small things, fluff the couch cushions, fold the throw blanket, open the curtains, wipe the bathroom sink, put away the clean dishes. These aren't deep tasks, they're surface touches, but they transform how the home feels for the entire day. When I skip this ritual, I notice the house feels slightly neglected by evening. But when I keep this 10-minute rhythm, the house stays in a gentle state of order all day. This works because it's predictable. My mind knows that every morning the house gets this small attention, so I don't worry about it the rest of the day. If your home feels like it's constantly getting away from you, try this. Set a timer for 10 minutes tomorrow morning. Walk through your space and do small resets. Straighten, wipe, put away. Nothing major, just tending. See how the rest of your day feels. These 7 resets are small. You could do all of them today if you wanted, but you don't have to. What matters more than doing them all is choosing one that speaks to you, one habit that feels possible, one shift that might help your home breathe a little easier. Because here's what I've learned. Feeling in control, again, doesn't come from doing everything right. It comes from doing one thing consistently, from creating small rhythms that hold you when you're tired. Your home doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to feel like it's on your side. If you're feeling overwhelmed, start with the simplest thing. Clear one surface tonight. Return 5 things to their home. Use a tray to contain what's scattered. Pick the smallest reset and let it become your rhythm. Small changes help a home breathe better. If you enjoy these simpler solutions and want to learn homemade recipes and habits that truly make daily life easier, I've put together a special material with many practical ideas. The link is in the pinned comment. If it feels right for you, just take a look. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope something here brings you a little more ease, a little more calm. Tell me in the comments, which reset are you going to try first? I'd love to know what resonates with you. Until next time, be kind to yourself. You're doing better than you think.